Okay, with us now is Ven Johnson. He's the attorney who represents the families of some of the victims in this shooting. Welcome, sir. Before I ask you about your own particular clients, your thoughts on how this trial has started out and, gave the summary of what happened today.
Well, obviously, Connell, it's a tough week, another tough week for my clients having to watch this and hear about it all over again and have it reiterated. Exactly the tragedy that has befallen them and the entire community. But no real surprises from our end. This is similar evidence that obviously we've known about from the very beginning. And then as it relates to, if you will, the threatening comments and so forth, that's very, very scary, right, for everyone. And who was Crumbley threatening? Who are the people that were supposed to be the subject of his threats? And obviously, my clients appreciate the judge stepping up and not allowing that to occur, because certainly that causes concern for everyone.
What differences do you see, if any, in responsibility between the mom and dad?
That's obviously going to be something ultimately for the jury to decide, right? But here, the father bought this kid that he clearly knew was having severe difficulties and what I believe to be obvious signs of mental health crisis, and did nothing about it, didn't help him to get to a therapist or intervention at all. And then he buys him a semi-automatic handgun days before the shooting. So I don't think that this jury is going to buy any of the defenses in this case.
Now, you represent the families of some of these victims, Tate, yes, Justin, Keegan, others, I believe.
Correct.
They're waiting for their day in court. Can you explain what's happening with them right now?
Absolutely, Connell. Great question. So this is really round 3 of criminal stuff, right? We had the shooter first finally pled guilty, the criminal trial for Ms. Crumbley, now the criminal trial for Mr. Crumbley. Ultimately, when that gets done, round 4 will be the civil litigation. We have a state court case where we're currently before the Michigan Court of Appeals on a governmental immunity issue. In other words, when you're the king, you're the government, you say you can't sue me. And so we'll be fighting that out there. And then in the federal court litigation that we have, we're in the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals down in Cincinnati, one step below the United States Supreme Court, and fighting also their issues and their claims of governmental immunity. So it's a kind of a two-tonged approach, if you will, and a long way to go.
Well, is it a long way to go? Explain to me how that works in terms of state and federal. What's your argument, your immunity against the immunity argument?
Okay. In the state court action,
right?
We in Oakland County Circuit Court, so same courthouse as where this trial is going on. We brought a case originally against the Crumbleys, as well as against the school, and ultimately the trial judge dismissed our case against all the school and the school personnel, saying that because of governmental immunity, we can't sue them. So in order to effectuate, in other words, in order to create an automatic right of appeal, our case against the Crumbleys was dismissed so that we could get this case before the Michigan Court of Appeals now, as opposed to in about 3 years from now. So right now we're waiting for a hearing date, and we're obviously going to argue that governmental immunity is unconstitutional. You should not, if this was a private school, Connell, right, there is no governmental immunity. But since this was a public school,
right? Is there precedent for your argument? Is it?
Well, we believe so, absolutely. We believe that protecting the government simply because they are the government is unconstitutional. It's a denial of equal protection. You're creating a class of people that are higher and separate and distinct, and we believe that means they're above the law, and that should not be allowed. Also, as part of that, we will be arguing that even if the governmental immunity does apply, because ultimately that's probably a call for the Michigan Supreme Court, not the Michigan Court of Appeals, even if you apply governmental immunity principles, there are exceptions to the rule, and we should be able to move forward against some of the individuals, if not all of them.
What would be an example of that? What would be an exception then?
Great question. So the two for sure would be EJAC and Hopkins. The counselor and the assistant principal, the dean of students, who had Crumbley in the office on that Tuesday, the 30th, knowing full well that he had issues the day before where he was looking on his cell phone at bullets.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.